Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, people? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I'm your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross, man. Big ups to that 501 and that 317, man. Y'all know how I get down, baby. We back at it with another one. Third show today. Ran across a little interview with Ryan Garcia when he was talking to Teddy Atlas. Talking to Teddy Atlas from, we know Teddy Atlas got his own podcast, his own thing going. So big up to Teddy Atlas over there. I don't know why my damn screen going all haywire. They got to adjust it a little bit. Let's try it. Let's put it on 51. But yeah, so Ryan, okay. So now it's just really going crazy. Let's see. Anytime I lean forward like that, it's good. So Ryan did an interview with Teddy Atlas. It was a good interview. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a very, very, very good interview. It kind of showed a different side to Ryan Garcia. A side that we really don't get to see too often. He was very enthusiastic about the interview. Showed a lot of personality in the interview. Talked about Tank Davis. Talked about his fight with Luke Campbell, how he got knocked down. Talked about a lot of different things, and I was impressed with the interview. I can't even lie to you. I was thoroughly impressed with the interview. I think he gave some great answers. But one thing that did come up was Teddy Atlas was asking him about Floyd Mayweather. And before we get to that, I'm gonna let some more folks go ahead and come in, man. And y'all know, man, every superhero needs his theme music.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. While they can still smell it. Mark Nash, Michael Gross, the boss. My nigga. Let's get this done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss. This is Mike on Sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Gross, the boss. Mike on Sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Gross, the boss. Mike on Sports. He call it how he see it. Either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater? Click the thumbs up. Cashapp, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.
What? I need my stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah. What? I need my stimulus check, yeah.
Okay.
I need my stimulus check, yeah.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Wake up. Liven yourself up, baby. Liven up. It's goddamn me Tuesday. Hopefully everybody having a great Tuesday, man. A great Tuesday. Now, I watched the interview with Teddy Atlas and Ryan Garcia. Great interview, man. Very, very insightful, very informative. The interview, it's a side of Ryan Garcia that, I guess I haven't seen that often. You know what I'm saying? He talked about the fight with Luke Campbell, talked about the moment he got knocked down, how he was thinking about his ankle that he tweaked, and he looked down and looked back up, and bang, Luke Campbell caught him with a shot. Talked about his kind of brotherhood with Canelo, his what's the word? His friendship, his bond with Canelo. How it's more than just boxing. Canelo calls him and just gives him the advice on life and how everything in life is a fight. Everything in life is a fight. You know what I'm saying? He broke that down on how people just think he's this Instagram boxer, this Instagram model, this Instagram guy who don't really box. He's like, man, I've been boxing since I was 7 years old. I've been boxing when I was 7 years old. I've been doing this in my blood. I ain't just picked this up. He talked about his friendship or his relationship with Devin Haney. About how he reached out to Devin Haney in the past couple of days, and Devin Haney ain't really been responding. You know what I'm saying? About the wars in the amateurs that him and Devin Haney had. I believe they're 3-3, but Ryan kept it 100. Ron was like, if you're talking about overall, yeah, when we were little kids, we fought. But if you're talking about when we were like older kids, we 2-1. Devin won 2, I won 1. You know what I'm saying? So he really talked about a lot of different things that I felt like that gave us a different look on the inside of who Ryan Garcia is. Then they started talking about endorsements. They started to talk about Ryan Garcia global appeal and how boxing needs that guy back in the limelight. Boxing needs that marketable guy that they can promote. Kind of like what the UK does with Anthony Joshua over in the UK, with Joshua having billboards and having commercials and things like that. And they alluded to boxing being given a bad name by endorsement deals and by sponsorships and things like that because of some of the activity that boxers do outside of the ring. And sometimes these boxers aren't necessarily held accountable for what they do outside of the ring. And then Ryan Garcia started to talk about how guys act like they achieved something that they really ain't achieved. That they making a big deal out of small things. And I'm gonna play the audio for you.
These fighters are making it seem like they're doing great things when they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fighters are making it seem like they're doing great things when they're not. Fighters are making it seem like they're doing great things when they're not.
They're acting like they are accomplishing feats that, are like Mayweather, for example. And he's done a lot of great things, yes. But he's always made it seem like he's done, the most special things when he really hasn't. He didn't catch anybody where that fight was, 50-50. Where was that? I would never seen that because he never took it. He played it smart and he squeezed every ounce of dollar he can instead of every ounce of greatness. And to me, that's what was missing. And I'm going to do that. So it don't matter. What he messed up on, I won't.
There you go. He's saying that Floyd wasn't, and honestly, I need people to call in that really have a deep history on Floyd. You know what I'm saying? I need people to call in that really know the history of Floyd Mayweather. Because I really don't, y'all know me, I ain't started watching boxing full time until about 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't my boxing acumen ain't that deep. It don't run as deep as some of y'all do. So I need some clarity. He said Floyd was never truly in a 50-50 fight. Floyd was never truly in a 50-50 fight. He was he squeezed every ounce, every dollar he could out of the sport instead of chasing greatness. instead of chasing greatness. Now, we know Floyd fought Oscar De La Hoya. Was that a prime Oscar, though? Was the Floyd that fought Oscar a prime Oscar? I just want to know, y'all. Let me know now. I need to know. I'm asking a question. I'm not casting any aspersion on Floyd. I need to know, was that Oscar that fought Floyd a prime Oscar De La Hoya? When he fought Shane Mosley, was that a prime Shane Mosley? And I'm not sitting out here saying Floyd is not this, not that. I'm just asking, I'm leaning on my Mike on Sports community right now. Right now, I'm leaning on y'all for help for this topic. Because I'm not in the ins and outs like I am now. I know the ins and outs of Earl and Terrence. I don't know the ins and outs of what Floyd did in the past. Is Ryan right? Did Floyd choose money over greatness? Did Floyd choose money over greatness? Phone lines are open right now, man. 317-220-6995. Call in. If you're in the UK, man, we're gonna put our Skype. We're gonna pin our Skype to the chat right now. I need help on this topic, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I need help on this topic. This right here, Ryan making some hellified accusations. He making some hellified accusations right now. He makes them these. I mean, to say Floyd chose money over greatness. Now we know he called him Floyd Money Mayweather, but there was a pretty boy stage. There was a Luis Castillo, a Diego Corrales, a Chop Corley. We do know that. He gave goddamn Corrales 2 fights. Y'all said it was close, nigga, run it back. Run it back. You said it's close, run it back. I do know that. But to say Floyd chose money over greatness, that's a hell of a statement. Let me run it back for you right quick. Just in case you ain't get the whole picture.
It will be at the front, you know what I mean? The thing that boxing has been missing a while, and what I've been noticing so far, is these fighters are making it seem like they're doing great things when they're not.
See? Right there, another dig. These fighters are making it seem like they're doing great things when they're not. So he's saying Floyd's win over maybe Shane Mosley wasn't that great. I'm just trying to interpret what he's trying to get in his psyche. His win over Manny Pacquiao maybe not been that great because it wasn't the Manny that everybody knew as a killer back in the day. It was a Manny coming off a knockout to Marquez. Not literally, but he had got knocked out by Marquez a couple fights before Floyd. So he could have been a little bit damaged. Damaged goods. Same thing y'all say about Kell Brooks. Damaged goods. Especially when you talk about the level of a Floyd Mayweather, the boxing expertise, boxing acumen on 10.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're acting like they are accomplishing feats that, you know, are like Mayweather, for example. And he's done a lot of great things, yes. But he's always made it seem like he's done, you know, the most special things when he really hasn't. He didn't catch anybody where that fight was, you know, 50-50. Where was?
Is that true? Is that true? Call in. The number's on the screen. Did Floyd Mayweather ever have a 50-50 fight? Did Floyd Mayweather ever have a 50-50 fight? Damn it. I need to know. Let me ring my goddamn group chat right quick. I need to know some shit. I need to know some shit. I need to know because I don't know these answers. I don't know these answers. R&V, I know you don't know shit about boxing, but I got to ask you a question, R&V.
What?
I know you don't know shit about boxing, but anyway. Did Floyd Mayweather ever have a truly 50-50 fight?
You mean going into it?
Yeah, ever going into a fight, was it ever have people saying this and have folks saying that? A true 50-50 fight.
Maybe the Oscar one.
The Oscar fight, when Oscar was old?
Going into, you got to remember, it's the perception. He had, okay, watch this. The Oscar one, perception-wise, they thought it was half. But as far as a true fight, he had fights that were 50-50 when he was in the ring. So you can't say he never had a 50-50 fight. Perception, like, okay, the against the Augustus. You watch that fight? To this day, the first couple rounds, you scared as a motherfucker for Floyd.
Okay.
Go watch that fight. You looking at it like, my G, you better step your game up. You losing a lot of rounds.
All right, so Ron was being a little bit outlandish, saying he never had a 50-50 fight.
This is what it is. Oscar was probably the only one, perception that one, and maybe Pacquiao.
People saying Jab Judah.
Who?
Zab Judah.
I don't think going into it was 50-50. I think it was probably like a 60-40.
Okay.
You got to think about it. Zab didn't have fans like that. He had fans, but it was the same as Floyd fans.
I don't mean fans wise R&B. I mean a hardcore boxing fan like you and me. Like,
okay. Yeah, fucking right. Zab Judah was probably 50-50.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that kind of fight.
And technically, if Zab Judah would have actually fought the whole fight, Floyd might have been in trouble.
Okay. All right. Well, R&B, man, thank you, brother. That's all I needed, my nigga. I need somebody to call in. I figured out Raymond got them in group chat, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, they said Jab Judah was coming off a loss. They say he coming off a loss. I told you don't know shit about boxing, man.
Yeah.
I told him he ain't know shit about boxing. Zab coming off a loss? Damn, well, that ain't 50-50 then. Hold on, let me look it up, man. Let me look it up, man. Make sure Graham Reaper ain't lying to me, man. Make sure he ain't lying to me. Let me see. Zab Judah. Let me see. Damn. He was coming off a loss against Carlos Baldomir. How are you coming off a loss? You fight for a fucking title and you lose, and then you fight for a title a year later. He was coming off a loss. Then he got the fight within 3 months. Zab was coming off a loss and got the fight within 3 months. He fought Floyd. He fought Carlos in January, February, March. Then fought Floyd in April. He fought Carlos Baldomir in January, then fought Floyd in April. Come on, man. I mean, shit. Let me look at Floyd's resume, man. 50-50 fight? I don't know, man. Let's just go down the list. Let's just go down the list of Floyd Mayweather right quick and see. Let's see. Let's type in. Let's type in Floyd Mayweather. I mean, deserve to win. Shit, he got a unanimous decision. Yeah, you mean deserve? And he got a unanimous decision. Ain't nobody give it to Zab. Ain't nobody give it to Zab. I mean, we got to see is what Ryan Garcia talking about, man. Actual factual, man. Is it actual factual or is it bullshit?
That I would never seen that because he never took in it. He played it smart and he squeezed every ounce of dollar he can instead of every ounce of greatness. And to me, that's what
squeezed every dollar he could instead of every ounce of greatness. Squeezed every dollar instead of every ounce of greatness. So, let's go down. Conor McGregor, that damn shit won 50-50. Andre Berto, no. Was Manny Pacquiao with the 50-50 fight? How many people back then had Manny Pacquiao really winning that fight? Who thought beforehand Manny had a legitimate chance of winning? I'm gonna tell you right now, the fight won 50-50 because Manny was coming in with a shoulder injury. Manny asked for an injection for his shoulder, a little exemption for his shoulder. I ain't talking about age. I'm talking about health. I'm talking about health. Manny wanted an exemption. Manny wanted this. Manny wanted that. I'm asking the question, man. I ain't tripping. I'm asking a question. I didn't pose this out there. Ryan Garcia did. Marcos McDonough did Amir Khan beat this guy? Oh, yeah. Marcos McDonough, a dude that Amir Khan beat? Amir Khan beat this dude before Floyd did it. Amir Khan beat him in goddamn 2010. He beat him in 2010. He did it before Floyd. And y'all laugh at Amir Khan now. Y'all point and laugh at Amir Khan like little kids at the circus. Y'all treat Amir Khan like he the goddamn bearded lady. I'm just asking a question, man. I'm just asking a question, man. Now, I know in this time, Floyd took 50-50 fights. I'm just looking at the landscape, and for the last Canelo was Canelo a 50-50 fight? Was Canelo a 50-50 fight? Was Canelo 50-50? Was Canelo Alvarez a 50-50 fight? Phone lines are open. Help me out with this, man. I need to know. How many of y'all had Canelo winning? How many of y'all had Canelo winning? All right, so going into a year, yeah. Canelo was a dangerous opponent, but it wasn't 50-50. He was a champ, wasn't he? Okay. Going into it, maybe he was a big kid. Okay. So everybody out there backing Canelo. Okay. All right. So that's a good fight that Floyd gave us right there. But a lot of critics would say Floyd caught Canelo when he was a young pup. He didn't catch Scooby Doo. He caught Scrappy Doo. Let me say that again. He didn't catch Scooby Doo. He caught Scrappy Doo. They say Canelo was still had Similac behind his ears. He wasn't ready for Floyd. He wasn't. That's what the boxing experts would tell you. I wasn't watching boxing then like that. I heard about it, but I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you and say I watched the fight. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you like I watched that fight live. Hell no. I was watching NBA on probably that night. I was watching some football or something that night. I wasn't watching no boxing. But what I can tell you is that the boxing experts, the boxing pundits, the guys you watch on a regular basis, from the Max Kellermans to the Jim Lampleys to the Roy Jones Jr.'s to the Paulie Malinagi's to Al Bernstein, they caught Canelo early. They caught Canelo when he was still young, when he was still a scrappy dude in the game. I'm just asking a question, man. Ron Garcia posed this, man. I didn't pose this. Don't blame me. Blame Ryan.
It was missing, and I'm going to do that. So it don't matter. What he messed up on, I won't. And that's what I'm going to let the fans know. Whatever Mayweather messed up on, don't worry. I'm going to cover that up.
Whatever Floyd messed up on, I'm going to cover it up. Now, how many of y'all think Ron Garcia versus Gervonta Davis is a 50-50 fight? How many of y'all think Ron Garcia versus Gervonta Davis is a 50-50 fight? Nobody. Nobody believes that. Nobody does. Everybody is swinging into goddamn me Gervonta Davis. Oh, if Gervonta hit him like that, he gonna go down. If Gervonta hit him like that, he gonna go down. That's what y'all saying? That's what y'all saying? If Gervonta hit him like that, he going down. I got news for you. I got news for you. In Ryan Garcia's 22nd fight, he ain't looking to be coddled. A lot of y'all going into it didn't think Luke Campbell was a 50-50 fight. Y'all thought Luke was going to beat Ryan. Y'all thought it was too soon for Ryan Garcia. A lot of y'all called in and said, watch out for Luke. A lot of y'all called in and said, watch out for Luke. And goddamn it, excuse me a second. I got to give me some water. I'm preaching. I need the goddamn it, pastor needs some water. Give me 35 seconds, man. I'll be right back. Smash that thumbs up button while I'm gone. You better smash it, because I ain't done talking shit. I ain't done talking my shit yet right now. I'm back. This y'all dude right here. This the one y'all think called King? TBE? Ryan Garcia said he ain't gonna be like this. Ryan Garcia said he ain't going to be like that. Ryan Garcia said, "Now what, Luke Campbell? I'll fight you, Luke. A lot of y'all think I'm going to lose to Luke." Eddie Hearn said people in my camp were surprised that I took the fight. People within Golden Boy were surprised Ryan Garcia took the fight with Luke Campbell. Some of his own people didn't believe in him. Eddie Hearn said it was too soon. Eddie Hearn didn't believe in him. A lot of the boxing public didn't believe in him. Ryan Garcia not only got up off the deck and knocked Luke Campbell's ass out with a vicious body shot, he showed one thing that Tank ain't showed. That he can get knocked down and get back up and keep fighting. He showed he can battle back from adversity. He can battle back from adversity. And when Ryan Garcia was on Teddy Allen's podcast, he made it crystal clear that Tank getting knocked out in 2 rounds. Yeah, he made it crystal clear that Tank Davis getting knocked out in 2 rounds. Tank Davis getting knocked out in 2 rounds. That's what he told Teddy. Teddy like, huh? He's like, yeah, I'm knocking him out in 2 rounds, Teddy. Mark my words. So not only is Ryan not going into a 50-50 fight, not only is Ryan not going into a 50-50 fight, a lot of y'all think he's going to lose to Tank. See, Ryan about that action. Mayweather about that money. Mayweather is about that money. Ryan Garcia, he about that action, boss. He about that action, boss. Let's go back to Floyd Mayweather's resume, though. Let's see what Floyd does to me. Let's see. Robert Guerrero? Come on, man. Come on, man. The dude Danny Garcia beat for a title? He the one? He the one? Is he the 50-50 fight? Roberto Guerrero or Robert Guerrero? The only Guerrero that matter is Eddie. The only Guerrero that matter is Eddie. Big ups to Eddie Guerrero. Rest in peace, homie. Yeah. What y'all know about Eddie Guerrero? Y'all know shit about Eddie. Yeah, y'all know shit about it. I know about Eddie. Rest in peace to Eddie Guerrero, man. The real Guerrero. Don't bring up no Robert Guerrero when we speaking about Guerreros. The hell wrong with y'all? The only Guerrero that matters is Eddie. That damn sure well was no 50-50 fight. That damn sure was no 50-50 fight. I don't know about that one, DJ N. I don't know about that one, DJ N. I don't know if I could tell him to rest in peace. That nigga, he did some heinous shit to his family. That's all I'm gonna say on that. That's all I'm gonna say on that. He did some heinous shit to his family. So I don't know how comfortable I feel in saying that. But back to this boxing. 50-50 fight, man. 50 was Miguel Cotto. I'm leaning on y'all. I'm leaning on y'all right now. In 2012, 8 years ago, was Miguel Cotto a 50-50 fight? Let me see. Floyd Mayweather versus Miguel Cotto. Let's go to the odds. Let's go to the odds. Sports books FiveDimes.com. Latest odds of Mayweather keeping his belt at a minus 800 with a win at plus 550 for Cotto. Man, Cotto was a plus 550, man. Come on, man. Cotto was a plus 550. Cotto was a plus 550. That's 5.5 to 1. Man. Damn, bro. Damn, Cotto, a 5.5 to 1? Damn. Is that the? I mean, we can let me see. Let's put in Marcus McDonald. Let's just backtrack right trigger, man. I want to see this. I want to see this, Marcos. Marcus McDonald odds. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my God. Marcos McDonald was the worse than damn me. He was worse than Miguel Cotto. He a plus 650. He a plus 650. Let me see what he was in the rematch. He a plus 650. Oh, he a plus 500 in the rematch. Come on, man. I mean, is what Ryan Garcia is saying legitimate? Let's try Saul Canelo Alvarez and see what the odds was. And y'all can Google along with me. Y'all gonna see the exact same thing I'm pulling up. Y'all gonna see the exact same thing I'm pulling up. Saul Canelo. Let me see. Canelo. Let me see. Canelo Alvarez. Let's see what the odds was for that fight. Floyd Mayweather is a minus 260. All right, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. What was Canelo then? If Floyd was a minus 260, let me see. Canelo was a plus 210 to a plus 245. So Canelo was the closest he got to a 50-50 fight. Canelo Alvarez was the closest he got to a 50-50 fight. A young, green Canelo Alvarez. I mean, we know Victor Ortiz wasn't 50-50. And do I even need to Google Shane Mosley? Do y'all want me to Google Shane Mosley and see what odds he had? Or Manuel Marquez or Ricky Hatton? I mean, that's damn near 15, 20 years ago. How far y'all want me to go back? How far y'all want me to go back? How far do I need to go back? Floyd Mayweather was the overwhelming favorite in damn near all his fights. So when Ryan Garcia said this right here, we can't look at him crazy. We can't look at him crazy.
We all just got to strive to be better people every day and be truthful and just do what's right.
Gain. And you can gain it by...
Let me see.
These fighters are making it seem like they're doing great things when they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're acting like they are accomplishing feats that, you know, are like Mayweather, for example.
All right, listen to what he's saying about, hey, phone lines open. I need help. That's why I'm asking y'all. I'm just going back and Googling shit and seeing what the betting lines was back then. Don't get mad. I didn't make the fucking Google shit that popped up. I didn't make that. Those were betting lines back in the day. Can't get mad at me for what I'm finding. You can't get mad at me for what I'm finding. Don't come at me with that bullshit.
And he's done a lot of great things, yes. But he's always made it seem like he's done the most special things when he really hasn't. To me, he didn't catch anybody where that fight was, 50-50. Where was that?
What was it? What was it? Corrales was goddamn me 20 years ago. DJ N, you want me to go back 20 years? You want me to go back 20 motherfucking years? You want me to go back 20 years? Come on, man. What we doing right now, man? I need to go back 20 years to find a man to fight a 50-50 fight. I'm not saying he never had one. I'm saying for the past decade, he been about that money. No, you ain't blocked. I see you coming. I see you coming. You ain't blocked down the real. Ain't nobody blocking you. Ain't nobody blocking you. Everybody think Earl gonna beat Crawford. Crawford pound number one. A lot of y'all picking Earl. I'm picking Bud. Where is Mayweather's Bud or Earl? Show me Mayweather's Bud or Earl in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years. In the last decade. What was his 50-50 fight? From 2010 with Shane Mosley on up. You find me a 50-50 fight. Cotto was a minus 650. He was a plus 650. Cotto, Mayweather was a minus 800. Come on, man. Minus 800? I got to put 800 down to win 100? Ryan Garcia may be telling the truth.
I would never seen that because he never took in it. He played it smart and he squeezed every ounce of dollar he can instead of every ounce of greatness.
Now, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Floyd definitely got that money. Oh, baby. Floyd got that paper. He got that paper. Don't ever get it twisted. He went out in the last decade stacked up on fights that he never thought he would lose. He stacked up paper on fights that he never thought he was going to lose. He absolutely had a masterful plan about getting that money. His plan about getting that money was so masterful, nigga. I sit here and I salute. I salute him. Because he made people believe, or he made people hate him so much that they would pay for the slim mere possibility of him losing a fight. And that's something, ladies and gentlemen, I can't be mad at. I can't be mad at a fighter who fighting for money, who getting that bread, who called himself Money Mayweather for the last 10 years. I know what he about. He made no mistakes on what he was about getting that motherfucking paper. Last 10 years, he went from pretty boy to Money May. Money may make it rain every damn day. I can't get mad at that. But I also can't get mad at what Ryan Garcia said. Ryan Garcia is speaking on a perspective of never really having that other guy that people thought could really, really beat you. Ryan Garcia saying he chose the money. And he changed his name to Money Made. Is that a far-fetched accusation? Is that a far-fetched accusation? He changed himself to Money Made. He squeezed every dollar out of the sport that he could. Pacquiao was coming in with a bum shoulder. He needed a shot. They told him he couldn't even get a shot for his shoulder. They made Pacquiao go in there with a fluttering wing. His wing was fluttering like a bird in the sky. Y'all seen that bird trying to fly when his wing fucked up? He can't really get up there like he need to. He can't get up there like he need to. Money made. He called himself Money Made for a reason.
To me, that's what was missing, and I'm gonna do that. So it don't matter what he messed up on. I won't, and that's what I'm gonna let the fans know. Whatever Mayweather messed up on, don't worry, I'm gonna cover that up.
Whatever Floyd messed up on, I'm going to cover that up. Now, with Ron's popularity, he could be out here just fighting any old body. He got 8 million IG followers. He got 8 million. He gonna get endorsements. He gonna get all the money. He could just be out here fighting whoever. He could fight Linares. He could fight goddamn me easy peasy fights. But what he trying to do though? Ron Garcia is trying to dare to be great. He going in there against Tank Davis. He going in there against Tank Davis, the power hitter. 22, well, probably 24 now. He got a 67.5-inch reach. And one thing I loved about that interview, with Teddy Atlas. The one thing I love about that interview with Teddy Atlas is Ron Garcia made it very clear on how he was going to beat Tank. He said the dude he's short. He said he's short. He said he's 5'5". He got a 67.5 reach. What I'm going to do to him, Teddy? You already know what I'm going to do to him, Teddy. I'm 5'10" with a 70-inch reach. I'm going to box his head out. Hold on 1 second, D-Nice. Hold on 1 second, big dog. He told Teddy, you already know what I'm going to do to him. I'm 5'10". I got a 2.5-inch reach advantage on him. He going to try to come in. I'm going to box his fucking head off. If he try to back up, I'm going to attack him. That's what he told Teddy. So Ryan Garcia is confident about beating this dude, Tank Davis. I don't know if it's fake bravado, but goddamn it, I like it. And I encourage everybody. If you ain't watched that interview with Ryan Garcia and Teddy Atlas, you're doing yourself a disservice. But going on to my guy, man. What's going on, D-Nice? Talk to your boy.
Mike, this is why I fuck with your show, man, because you can make a show out of absolute absurdity. With it. You're a great moderator, man. You're keeping the action going. This is entertaining.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure. I'm glad you called in because I know you got a wealth of knowledge on the sport, and you've been watching a far longer time than me. So when was Floyd Mayweather? I mean, I'm looking at the last decade, and the closest fight that I seen that was plus 245 to 210 was Canelo. Is that the closest fight that Floyd done had in this decade?
Yeah, in the last 10 it is. But that's a testament to Mayweather, and two, that's a testament to the competition, because everybody he fought within his last 10 years was the top guy in their division. You know, they was the number one contender. Andre Berto would have got a Mayweather fight before he did had he not lost to what's the boy that Mayweather knocked out when he headbutted him?
Ortiz.
Yeah, Ortiz. He would have got that instead of Berto, but Ortiz had whooped on Berto. That's what got him to fight. Robert Guerrero was coming off a win. That was one of the differences between Pacquiao and Mayweather's later career. Pacquiao went for guys who were coming off of losses. You had to have had a win to get a Mayweather fight. And I want to debunk one of the notions that Shane Mosley was washed up when he fought Mayweather, because that's untrue.
I know he was coming out of the victory against Margarito, the dude with the loaded gloves, and he absolutely beat the shit out of him.
Destroyed Margarito.
Know, man. Like you said, man, I am very talented at what I do, my nigga. I know all about this shit, man. And the only thing y'all have to say in the chat, Mike, like Mike, every nigga Floyd beat in the last decade probably gonna be a Hall of Famer. Cotto, Pacquiao, Canelo, shit. Conor might be a Hall of Famer and got them UFC shit. You know what I'm saying?
See, 50-50 as far as who is going to win the fight is nothing but a betting tool. That's what gets you to put your money on a certain fighter. And I never understood people who bet on odds that's quote unquote too good to pass up. Because just because you can win $10,000 off of $10 doesn't make that a good bet when you have slim to no chance at winning. All you're doing is throwing your $10 away. Mayweather, many people consider Mayweather great. Mm-hmm. You know, he may not be considered the greatest by all or even most, but one thing you cannot argue is he is a top 10 fighter. By most, a top 10 all-time great. And where Ryan Garcia has already messed up at trying to chase his greatness is Mayweather's fighting schedule. Before Money May came, Pretty Boy was in the driving seat. And there was one year in there, I think Mayweather fought damn near 10 times.
Yeah, he got a world title real fast.
Yeah, 13 fights. Yeah. You know, from fight 1 to 20, I think that might have took 2 to 3 years. Don't quote me on that, but it wasn't what these guys are doing right now. The next time we see Ryan Garcia, it may be the summertime, if not going into the fall.
Yeah, man, but a lot of that got to do with like what's going on in the world too. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys ain't got free mobility to just go out there and go to any state and make a fight because of all the restrictions now. When they start doing these vaccines and shit a little bit better and really getting out there, then we gotta, you know what I'm saying, really start judging these guys at the latter part of this year and going into to next year. Because there's no reason Ryan Garcia shouldn't be fighting 2 to 3 times, even shit. If you want to throw me a little toonie in there, you know what I'm saying, a little tune up in that motherfucker.
Ryan Garcia at this stage should be fighting 3 to 4 times a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless he's fighting top contenders, your Devin Haney's, your T.O.'s, people like that. If you get Javante, if you getting Luke Campbell's and Linares, that should be at least 3 or 4 times a year.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll say 2 to 3. I mean, because I mean, honestly, should you right? Cause what the fuck Golden Boy got over there besides him? What they gonna push on us beside him? He is the one that's gonna be y'all Canelo moving forward. He's gonna be the card that draws the most attention, and he's gonna be the fighter that y'all are gonna make the most money off of when he fights. Maybe you headline with Virgil Ortiz, and you can maybe get away with headlining with JoJo Diaz as long as he stays champion. But outside of that, what really do you have?
Not much.
You know what I'm saying? How many Magia, he's there so he can headline, but if he ain't like Jaime, like I like to watch Jaime fight because the motherfucker at any point he can get fucked up or he can fuck somebody up.
Yeah, fan friendly.
Yeah, fan friendly, and I don't mind that, but it's like if he ain't fighting nobody that I really want to see him fight, that ain't gonna bring a lot of people to watch it. It's gonna bring me because I know his style, but I think they really got to get a fight with Golovkin or Andrade, somebody at that 160-pound mark that's gonna do business with the zone. Hell, even shit. I see Chris Eubank Jr. just signed with Kyle Sarland. We know the World Boxing Super Series was being broadcasted on the zone, so maybe they still do business with him. Bring Chris Eubank Jr. in and let him fight Jaime Munguia. That's a damn good fight.
And I agree. And that's a winnable fight for him.
No, it's not.
I would have Chris Eubank winning.
Yeah.
They look at it the same way. It's not in their favor. None of even Golovkin at this point is not in their favor. Andrade, none of those guys are in their favor. They go in as the underdog, and I don't think Golden Boy is willing to sacrifice their fighter for these minuscule fights, because that's what it'd be. Who the fuck gonna tune in for Jaime Munguia, Triple G? Only the diehard.
I mean, I think Triple G got a little cachet when it go to worldwide. When you're talking about worldwide appeal, you know what I'm saying? I think in this country, you know, because globally the zone costs $1.99 while we getting $20 over here in America. So it ain't gonna be hard for them to push Triple G, especially when folks know him over there in that region, and maybe he can have a little global push worldwide. You know what I'm saying, and get some UK money.
The diehards,
yeah,
like me and you, people that.
And honestly, when you say $1.99 for a Triple G fight globally, I ain't talking about America, but that ain't a bad deal globally. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. But how much do you see Triple G getting for a Munguia fight?
I mean, whatever he contracts, should obligate. He got 15 million fight Steve Rhodes. He might get another 15 million. Shit.
So him, which I could see him getting a little less than 10 for Munguia.
I mean, he may get 10 and like have those because they be doing like stock options and shit, man. I read a fucking thing one time where a fight Triple G made 15 million, but he also made some shares or some shit, like some crazy shit I read, man. Like I actually like literally read that. I read it. I don't know whether it was Boxing Scene or Forbes or something like that, but they paid the nigga in stock options.
That's fair, and I could see Munguia getting about 2.
Yeah, Munguia first big fight, you know what I'm saying? First real big fight.
Then it flopped, and then Golden Boy don't get a hell of a return, and you just fucked up one of your cash cows.
Is the zone down in Mexico, or do they just show the fights on Azteca and they like pay them for their right fees or whatever?
I'm not sure about that.
I need somebody who knows to call in about that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's like with back to Ryan. With Ryan, I mean, he just seems like the guy. I encourage everybody. I'm gonna say it again. Go watch that Teddy Atlas interview with Ryan Garcia. It's a damn good interview, man. One of the best ones I've seen with Ryan since he been doing this whole media thing. And I can't wait to the high boxing with like Mike Tyson come out. I think that shit gonna be epic. But Ryan just showed a lot of different personality in the interview, man. Like it was refreshing. Like, and every time they brought up Tank, like, he really broke it down on how he was gonna beat that dude. Like Tank gonna have to come in. He gonna have to come in on him. And I'm not gonna allow
it. And that's one of the things that I dislike about boxing. And it's not Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia is doing what he needs to do to build himself to somebody that you want to see. But it always appears to be the less talented, less skillful big mouths who get all of the shine, i.e. Adrian Broner. But you have the reserved, quiet ones like Crawford, who look dull as a rock right now. I wish Crawford had the panache that Ryan Garcia did. Because if Crawford talked like Garcia did, Crawford fuck around to be the next Mayweather right now.
Bro, it's like some of these dudes want they boxing to speak for itself, and like sometimes it just can't. It ain't no coincidence that when you look at other sports, the guys who make a lot of noise are the guys who pretty much are vocal and who celebrate, like James Harden, Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James do got his little celebration that he do. Odell Beckham Jr., Lamar Jackson. I mean, these guys actually try to, you know what I'm saying, give that little extra when they out there in like in post game interviews. But when it comes to like Crawford, it's just like he is hell bent on not doing that. And I get it, I understand it. I mean, I know you want your boxing to like speak for you, but sometimes, big dog, you gotta look at what the young guys doing. It's a reason why Teofimo got the buzz he got. Dylan Haney and Ryan Garcia and Javante Davis, because they acted on Twitter, and when they do interviews, they ain't bashful about what they say.
Mm-hmm. I see. Mayweather used to be the same way. You go back to Mayweather's earlier fight, he was respectful. Oh man, he's a great champion. I respect that guy. It's going to be a hard fight. You know, he gave the utmost respect, and he's seen that wasn't getting him anywhere. When he got that Oscar fight, he turned up on Oscar ass. Had Oscar mad than a motherfucker, and that made people want to tune in. Once Mayweather seen that that's what people want to see, he rolled into that. Because a lot of people, like I don't know him personally, but from the things I hear, they say Mayweather isn't really like that.
Mm-hmm. 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 He's a very giving, very friendly.
Yeah, say very all of that. But he knew what the people wanted to see. Sometimes you just got to play the game, and that's
now, since you say play the game, let me ask you this right here. What Ryan Garcia said about Mayweather, he squeezed every dollar he could out of the sport instead of chasing greatness. How do you react to that statement?
Ryan Garcia playing the game. He talking this shit because, as you can see, the great boxer. So, not chasing greatness will be that don't really apply to me. I mean, it don't apply to Mayweather at all because of the things that he's done and the accolades. They speak for themselves. You know, whether you agree with his opponents or not, you can't take away the Castillo, the Gennaro Hernandez. You can't take away him whooping a Hall of Famer in Marquez after coming back after damn near 2 years. You know, you can't take those things away from him. So to say that he didn't chase greatness, that's just you talking your shit. You trying to pick a fight, what you supposed to be doing. And if you feel that way, that's your opinion. But the general consensus is Mayweather is a great boxer. Whether you consider him the greatest or one of the greats is great in there. Can't nobody take that from him. Actually, the thing. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this, man. Since you saying all this, right? Do you think Floyd would come back and fight Ryan Garcia?
Not at all. It's not enough money.
Not enough money right now.
Not enough. It'll probably never be enough money.
The only thing, if Ryan Garcia and Floyd Mayweather get, with the popularity that Ryan has outside of us, the hardcore fan, like he doing shit with YouTubers that I don't know that got millions of followers. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally doing shit with dudes that I have no clue about, and I go click on their shit, and they got 2-3 million followers on YouTube, another million on IG, and he doing this with multiple dudes and girls. So with that being said, you don't think a Floyd Mayweather and Ryan Garcia fight is lucrative enough for Floyd?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because if they charge $100, it's not going to do good numbers. They bring that price point down, then you're talking. But then you bring the price point down, and you're not making as much money.
I mean, if you do it the way he do it, he doing it right now with the Jake Paul. First million get $24. Then after the December, it go up to like I think 49. Then like after January, I mean after this month, it go up to its regular price, well, like 59. And then during the fight week, it go up to 64, I believe. I mean, that ain't a bad little business model, but
No, that's
it's just a thought. You know what I'm saying? We know that Ryan's trying to pick a fight with Javante, and I don't know, just by saying what he said in the interview with Teddy. I mean, and we Floyd always surprises us. Like who thought after Floyd fought Conor McGregor that he gonna fight Logan Paul?
I didn't think he was gonna fight Logan Paul, but I thought he was gonna fight again.
Not a YouTube.
The YouTuber makes money.
Exactly.
Right. Ryan Garcia has yet to prove that he makes money.
Yeah, he ain't got in that position yet, but
you know what I'm saying?
If and when him and Tank fight, I believe they'll do over $1 million buys.
I doubt it.
All right. I don't.
Yeah. If Errol Spence couldn't crack 500,000 with Mikey Garcia, if Adrian Broner couldn't crack $1 million with Pacquiao, there is no way
he ain't got what Ryan and Javante got.
What did you?
And Ryan got a real live following outside of boxing.
That pay them not people that pay for boxing.
I mean, we're gonna see. What kind of venue they put that at. I doubt it's gonna be a small venue. I'm looking at 40,000 people.
I don't see cracking $1 million.
40,000 people.
I don't see 40,000 people showing up to see them.
We don't see, man. You're a little bit pessimistic about it, but I really think that those two guys, with their popularity and they're just starting growing every day, especially Ryan and Javante, like both of them got big time knockout victories. That I mean, shit. Look at Ryan fucking highlights on YouTube. Them fucking got 10 million plus views.
That doesn't generate any sales though. Are either one of those guys household names?
I mean, maybe
nope.
Household names is an outdated term. Maybe the better term is are any of those guys YouTube names. And hell yeah. Social media darlings. Yeah.
Right. And that does not translate into money.
I mean, you can say that, but honestly, man, we gotta see. We ain't never seen a fight like this play out yet.
That's true. And I mean, if you're going by that, at this point, Ryan Garcia is more popular than Tank Davis.
Oh, that ain't even a question. I thought we already knew that.
No, we do. Because a lot of people would say Tank Davis is the A side.
A lot of folks spoken that shit. I mean, I don't, and honestly, I don't believe it does an A side or B side. I think it's a 50-50 fight.
So do I.
You know what I'm saying? When you go into it, I don't think Leonard Ellerby and Mayweather or Al should be, or even Javante. And props to Javante, because when they was like, he said he the A side, Javante was like, it don't even matter, but he can be the A side. I just want to fight the dude. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to Javante for saying that and like making it clear, like, hey, if he's screaming A side shit, let him scream shit. I just want to get in there and beat him up and prove that I can beat him up. And
who said?
I think they see food, man, but I don't know. I don't know if Ryan is actual food for Javante.
I don't think he's food. I just don't think he can win. I definitely don't think he's food. I think it's a competitive fight because there seems to be a myth about Tank's punching power.
Why you say myth?
Because it wasn't on display at 135. He hit Gamboa with everything he had.
People gonna argue that he stopped Gamboa.
I mean, the referee stopped Gamboa. Let's be 100. And Gamboa was injured. So you got to take all of that into effect. And he went 11 rounds. He didn't put him out of there. So why am I can't be forced to believe that you just gonna knock Ryan Garcia out like you did Leo Santa Cruz. I just seen Ryan Garcia get up off the canvas and get busy again. So he has some form of a chin. He can take a shot. Because that shot that Luke Campbell hit him with was a hell of a shot.
He definitely didn't see it.
They talking about, well, what if Tank hit him with that? What if Tank hit him with that? There's no guarantee that you knock him out at 135 because you didn't knock out Gamboa.
And for all the people that say, what if Tank hit him with that, Tank ain't got the dimensions that Luke Campbell got. He can't be on the outside and come in like that and land that kind of punch on Ryan Garcia. Luke Campbell got a longer reach than Tank and is more ranger than Tank. Tank is a small, he's 5'5" and a half, y'all. Ryan Garcia is 5'10", y'all. Wait till y'all see that fight. It's going to look weird.
See, and I separate technical knockouts from actual KO.
Yeah, me too. But people gonna say shit. Bud didn't really knock out Kell Brook. The referee stopped it.
That was a technical knockout. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That I never said that he did. He knocked out motherfucking Benavidez.
I'm looking at it like, boy, if the ref didn't stop it, my nigga, y'all want the man to die? Yeah, but he didn't know where he was at. He was about to get hit with some goddamn meat.
He was fucked up. But I'm a fan of Tank, and I think he beat Garcia. I think he loses to Lomachenko, and I think he loses to Teofimo. But I want to know. I want to see Tank in those fights. I want to see what he is made of, because at this point, I don't know what he made of. Only thing I see is he hits hard, and he appears to get fatigued in longer fights. That's the only thing that I've seen thus far.
So you ain't quite sold on. So you don't see no way that Ryan Garcia can beat Tank.
Yeah, I definitely see him. If on the outbox side, okay. I don't see him trying to walk Tank down. I think that I think he go to sleep. Yeah, then I definitely think he go to sleep. But if Garcia got some form of a boxing game, a stick and move jab type of game, then yeah, I definitely could see that, because he the taller fighter, he the bigger fighter.
Let me ask you, the more time that goes by and these guys take fights and don't fight each other, who does that favor more?
The younger fighter.
So you think it benefits Ryan Garcia for him to get more fights under? I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't expect them to fight each other next, but the way they talking, I do expect them to fight each other by the end of the year. And if Ryan Garcia can get in there with a guy like Linares and possibly go rounds and possibly stop him, I think that gives him another fight under Eddie Reynoso, working, hearing his voice, and just getting that camaraderie over there in the corner. And I think that might be dangerous for Tank. You coming in with a sharper Ryan Garcia, and like Teddy Atlas pointed out in the interview, like when Ryan showed up to the fight and showed up to the weigh-in, I'm like, damn, did that young man done got to be mad power, right? His body done changed. He looked ripped up. He looked toned. He looked like he got to be really been putting in the work in the gym. And we seen shit that power on display when Luke Campbell went down to that body shot. So he fucking around getting his man strength might not be the best thing for Tank.
See, I think Ryan Garcia is still progressing. I think Devin Haney is still progressing. I'm not so sure about Tank Davis. I don't think Tank has plateaued yet. Tank has been fighting for he's damn near a veteran in the sport.
Yeah, but
I ain't gonna call him a veteran, but Tank Davis at this point is seasoned.
I think the only reason we say that he possibly plateauing is because we're not seeing him in there with people that's really gonna give him that shit since Pedraza.
Exactly.
So we can't really tell if he plateauing or if he gonna get better or not. But D Nice, let me get out to my guy J Mac, man. He been calling in like a motherfucker.
Already, man. I tap back in.
I pick up my guy D Nice, man. 27 minutes on the call, man. Boy, that's good boxing talk right there, y'all. But we're going out to my guy J Mac, man. And real quick, but before I get to J Mac, one thing that I want to say about Tank, we can't really tell if he plateauing or not because we ain't really see him in there with somebody that's gonna give him hell. Leo Santa Cruz, Gamboa, them guys we knew he was gonna win against. But J Mac, talk to me. You on
Yo,
mute? What's going on, J Mac?
can you hear me?
Yes, sir. It's kind of choppy, man.
Hey, I don't know why. Hold on. How that sound now?
You sound good now.
Okay. The question is it we talking Tank and Ryan?
Yeah, we talking taking Ryan. It started off. Ryan Garcia said Floyd Mayweather really pretty much squeezed every dollar he could out of the sport instead of chasing greatness. You know what I'm saying? And all the things that Floyd messed up at, Ryan Garcia is not going to make those same mistakes. That's what he said about Floyd. And I was just posing the question, when was the last time we seen Floyd in a truly 50-50 fight? I went back and, I mean, it ain't really never been a 50-50 fight, but it has been fighters that are Hall of Famers that Floyd absolutely don't see and destroy. So you can't really take no credit from him.
Okay. Well, hold that bookmark. That I wanted to talk about the Tank and his plateauing.
Go ahead.
I don't know who the last. I wanted the last guy was on. He was on to something. I think Tank is what Tank is. Floyd definitely trying to use the blueprint on him for as how he fights and who he fights. If you notice, he's trying to fight flat-footed Mexicans, guys that Tank can be the better boxer. And Floyd has avoided him from fighters like Lomachenko, Tevin Farmer, and what have you, because he know Tank may struggle with that style or might struggle with that style. I think Tank is an explosive guy, decent athleticism, good reflexes, good hand speed, but he ain't the smartest in boxing. Everybody like to say that, oh, we haven't seen Tanks in his best of his Bex in his boxing yet. I say bullshit. I didn't heard Floyd tell Tank he got to calm down. He got to calm down, like, and remember the box. I mean, that's what I think Floyd struggles with Tank at times. Yes, Tank is explosive and what have you, but they got guys that he's gonna get in the ring with that's gonna take that away from him. Everybody always want to talk about how they gonna take Tank punch. Well, what Tank gonna do when a guy makes him think and make it harder for him to set up those big shots? Leo was fighting for his life in that corner, and obviously he wasn't educated enough to know how to change it up, and not get pinned in. And he punched one too many times instead of stepping out, smothering Tank, stepping around Tank, and what have you. He just was punching for his life, and he ate the uppercut. Now I beg to differ against, like, I just throw names out there. I don't see a Haney, I don't see a Shakur sitting in that situation when they back up against Rome with the heavier puncher to even let them dictate the pace. I feel like they can't get out of them type of situations. Leo, unfortunately, he couldn't. With all credit due to Tank, but Tank got to be matched up correctly. He's an aggressive guy. He explosive going forward, not explosive going backwards. I don't think he can box as good as everybody make him out to be. I think he's a better boxer against a certain style and a certain level of fighter.
Do
On
you
to
see?
Floyd,
Do you see any way that
go ahead.
Ryan Garcia can beat Tank Davis?
I sure do. I still would lean towards Tank due to the fact of all the mistakes that Ryan makes. Ryan is very fast, but technical side is lacking a lot. Like, he still punches with his chin. He still kind of punch rapidly like he's in the amateurs. But see, the thing in the pros, you ain't get gear, and they got dudes that's go ice you, plus you're fighting in smaller grubs. So yes, Tank may have the edge, being that Ryan is 5'10", 5'11", bigger, and he I would say his hand speed might be faster than Tank's and stuff. There's a chance that Ryan Garcia can bombard Tank and go forward and put some pressure on him and not allow Tank to think he's going backwards and get relaxed. But I do see definitely a way that Ryan Garcia could win that fight. And if I was Ryan Garcia, if he really confident in fighting Tank, I would fight Tank now before he got any better.
Okay. Anything else you want to get to, J Mac, before I get to the next caller?
Uh, anything? What else you was talking about besides that?
That Floyd shit I was talking
Oh, the
about.
Mayweather.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Floyd. Floyd definitely was a guy. Man, Floyd's greatest Floyd was, man. I call it spade a spade. Floyd was the. He told y'all in many times, I'm robbing the bank, and I believe he meant when he was saying he was robbing the bank was y'all was putting him in there with the Mexicans, them flat footed Mexicans, Floyd style, and he was beating them. I don't think Floyd fought a lot of styles, or definitely black slick fighters that could have gave him a problem or what have you. I think he fought a certain level, a certain style of fighter, and I'm not taking anything away from the guys he fought. Not saying they were good, not saying someone was great, but I noticed that he loved beating flat-footed guys that he can dance around, outbox, and what have you. Floyd, I can't. If I go back, I got really go back and look at it. When was the last time Floyd fought a slick fighter?
I mean, you'll know better than me, Zab Judah.
Zab Jr. Right, right. I mean, it was Zab, but flat footed. Hell, is very flat footed. He's still flat footed to this day. Another got upper torso movement. He's slick up top, but the feet is like they plateaued to the ground. That's another flat footed fighter.
What about Berto? Was Berto flat footed?
No, flat footed was no. Berto was considered athletic and what have you. And Berto had this thing when he jump in, but going we used to get his ass caught. And that's why he took a lot of losses because he didn't have the rhythm of a slick fighter. He was more of a like a athletic, explosive guy. And whenever that was fighting at 147, that should have been fighting at 140. Like some guys, they won't name guys because they black like that. Like you had like Ness like to always argue for Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs ain't nothing slick about Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs one day want to be a boxer, the next day he want to be a puncher. The next thing he want to move and what have you. He's a good fighter, but he does nothing great and what have you. Like so, nah, these guys aren't slick. Slick fighters are like your Lowry's in his prime, Terrence Crawford, Demetrius Andrade, I'll go back as far as Michael Nunn. Also, the dude that beat Michael Nunn. Can't think of his name. James Toney was slick, but he had a good Pernell Whitaker slick. A bunch of these guys that like can move at a rhythm. They can switch it up. They can change and move angles, relying on their feet and balance and stuff. Another thing about slick fighters is a lot of times they could get a lot more shots and more punches off because they got balance and foot placement and what have you, and that allows them to have balance to move, step over on angles, or pivot in between punches and stuff like that. That's what the slick guys do. Now, athleticism get confused with slickness and what have you at times. And I don't think Tank is a slick fighter. Tank is an aggressive, explosive, going forward type of puncher and what have you with pretty good athleticism. But I don't think Tank is slick. Like some of the guys I named. Teofimo, he's another one. He's another athletic guy that use a lot of explosive movement, quick hands, quick speed. This is what he beat Teofimo with, and that's how I know Teofimo was basic. No, excuse me, I'm not gonna say basic. That's how I know he was at a certain level because all it took for a guy like him to just come forward as bigger and use athleticism and speed, nothing special. Just a bigger puncher, athleticism, speed. Teofimo was the pound for pound. He'd have made the adjustment. He'd have been in a fight going backwards. Devin Haney is another slick fighter, and we had very very slick. Shakur Stevenson slick, Chris Colbert slick. Like all those guys are slick. Even I say Tevin Farmer. That's probably why he never made a fight with Tevin Farmer. Tank Mayweather know, and this is my last thing. Mayweather know what Tank can and cannot do, and I think Mayweather protected Tank and protected his investment, similar being the experience of what he did.
Jamie?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
To the later part of his career, and that's why he went in. That's why he doing what he doing with Tank Davis right now. But that's my call. I don't want to get another call.
All right, J Mac, man. Thanks for calling in, big dog. I appreciate all the insight and all the knowledge, man. Big up to my guy J Mac, man, dropping that shit off like dropping off gems. But yeah, man. I guess it's all about opinion, perception, what you like and what you don't like, and things like that, man. But at the end of the day, man, it's just a little friendly debate. Not personal against Floyd Mayweather. We all know his greatness and what he achieved in the sport. So can't take nothing away from him. But Ryan Garcia just gave his perspective on it, and I figured, shit, Ryan Garcia's the hot topic right now. Let's do a show and see what the people think. At the end of the day, Ryan Garcia got his opinion, and he gonna do things the way he gonna do it. Floyd Mayweather showed y'all how he was gonna do it, and he definitely did it like that. Big ups to everybody out in the chat, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Y'all know what it is. Funny video that I seen today, man. Gotta play it again.
What? I need my stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah. What? I need my stimulus check, yeah. Okay. I need my stimulus check, yeah. Honey.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. While they can still smell them. Mark Nash, Michael Gross, the boss. My nigga, my brother. Let's get this shit done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss, this is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list, over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Gross, the boss, Mike on sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Gross, the boss, Mike on sports. He call it how he see it, either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater, click the thumbs up. Cashapp, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.